Conscious Thought, episode 126, November 8th, 2025. Choosing field or equanimity. Today, as my differently directed future focus, Christina Herlofson Synergetics research project. With such an onslaught of PRJWBSC opinionated inputs disseminated rampantly throughout the universal communication process, expecting online reactions will add exploitable fodder as grist to the misinforming mill. I have to wonder whether to choose field or equanimity as my differently directed course correction must restart the action-reaction special case time-size scenarios today, hoping in the process to reduce the tolerance magnitudes of the residual inaccuracies of those particular reenacting articulations. PRJWSC, politics, religion, justice, war, belief system complex. Fortunately, my anticipatory design science synergetically informed objectives is well supplied with essential information and geometrical topological models to which my metaphysical intellect's generalized conceptioning fields of thought can refer any quandary that humans confront on a day-to-day survival basis, even though most of us have absolutely no idea of these alternative options as one way our individual lifetime seems to be turning out. As we can read in Synergetics 3:11.11, our 21st century generations now have a field of cosmic formabilities that previous generations were not informed of, thereby delaying essential awareness correlatively to conscious thought's omnirational local problem-solving economic initiatives. Yet the battles for supremacy over human populations continue in genuine eagerness to correct the reenacting problems, which have increased exponentially in nations that once were free from the inculcating ambitions that have taken hold while adamantly clinging to aspects of its destructive intentions to rule the world according to Islamic laws and Muslimism. Can you have your cake and eat it too? Or is it more likely the proof is in the pudding? Or, since the part does not predict the whole, WHOLE, it would be wiser to start with the whole, WHOLE, as, for example, a picture of the multi-optioned operational field of cosmic formabilities, since every human individual is the living proof of how one's life is turning out every second, minute, hour, day, weeks, months, year after year. Intertransformation and complementary interaccommodations correlate with the human imagination's inherent ability to formulate conceptually. Therefore, there is no integral necessity to conform one's own anticipatory thought and language processing to any factor of the inherited PRJWBCHM contextual parameter, unless we have a differently referenced field of recognition. There is no end in sight to the ramifying complexities that compound irresolute conundrums, as humans are convinced, there can be no possible reality without politics, religion, justice, war, and money forever. Still, conscionable mind fervently wants to uphold the founding basis of the form of government it feels deepest heartfelt reverence, including the cherished Constitution that was set into place by the Founding Fathers without any clear-sighted corrective attributes to the oversights, the potential eagerness to defend rights denied to them from the place whence their struggles derive, taking the unresolved burdens with them, while attempting to assure such mistaken authority would never happen again in the New World. Let's read to decipher a potential relevance that is plaguing humans in the USA and nations that do not necessarily ascribe adaptive validity to this document, but who similarly are in the throes of the seemingly uncorrectable reenacting articulations by reading today the Constitution of the United States of America, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights by the Founding Fathers. Specifically, our future focus can give deeper thought to the First Amendment, hoping to ferret out something tangible that could not have been discovered during those earliest days of this evolving nation. In quotes, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances, end quote. With the onslaught of Islamic law and its millions of indoctrinated followers, the question respecting an establishment of religion clearly must be defined in no uncertain terms pertaining to what in fact is a religion, and not a terrorizing usurper that intends incompatibility with the universe by suppressing females who by natural law are continuous as she carries the egg for the male to fertilize with its sperm. You could think this clarification would never be excluded from the most accurate description of what a religion is, and yet little to no attention is paid to this fact of science, of nature, of our regenerating human species. Instead, the word religion is made all-powerful despite that there is no evidence in nature that such a context is essential for the human species' new life which comes from the woman with the egg in the woman, so the woman has physical continuity, writes R. Buckminster Fuller, as cited in the Synergetics Dictionary. Quoted in the AAUW, American Association of University Women, Journal, page 178, May 1965. Did the Founding Fathers know the different definitions of the word religion as they wrote? In quotes, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, end quote. With so many different definitions of the word religion, let's select for now what is written in Wikipedia, wherein it describes a range of social, cultural systems that generally relate humanity to supernatural phenomena, without clarifying the metaphysical intellect's conceptual reasoning that is self-other validating, but surely not at the expense of the new life and the females who carry the seed of life. Obviously, this depth of clarity was overshadowed by a need to assure everyone in the new world that they can have freedom of religion without anticipating terrorizing usurpers, whose suppression of the female is permitted in that particular form of beliefs, which in fact are no different from an invasive force that advantages its disguise in the false premises when religion is given a free rein protected under the First Amendment. It is where few to none dare to disagree that religion is a sanctified system that must be clearly delineated, where no intercontradiction in any way, shape, or form is permitted to invalidate the female, whether the belief system enshrines the image as a holy virgin or wraps the female in the burqa, the niqab, the hijabi, the chador, which is a type of attire commonly worn by Muslim women worldwide. The perplexity of religion beliefs goes deep, even appealing to women who love dressing in variously appealing attire, not associating the apparel with the slave mentality conditioning, or that in worst case scenarios the female's genitals are mutilated to prevent her from experiencing sexual pleasure during an orgasm, as such pleasure must only be experienced by the male. It is as if virginity is an exploitable attribute for dissuading the male's normal reactions while placing a monetary value correlatively to exploitations in the value of doing harm. As never-ending crime-ridden scenarios attract and repulse humans to do so many things to uphold false premises that are least understood, with gravest consequences, and where religions per se decide the rights and wrongs of human behaving, replete with imagination's cruelest punishments. Cruelest punishments tend to bring in the PRJWBCHMJ factor, which is expected to balance its scales while looking away from the insidious cruelties in prisons everywhere in the world. Or the cruelty can be directly decided by the Sharia law, which is Islamic law's fundamental religious concept of Islam. Is this one establishment of religion that Congress shall make no law respecting it or prohibiting the free exercise thereof? Choosing this morning a future focus on field, which we can further explore in Synergetics 780.28, or equanimity, obviously requires at least one mention of the equanimity model, especially since time is of the essence. We really only have so much time to accomplish this long overdue clarification. As we can read in Synergetics 443.01 through .03, the word equanimity identifies the eternal, metaphysical, conceptual model. Unlike justice, for justice' sake, the equanimity model eternally tolerates and accommodates all the physical, regenerative, complex complementations. It has been my synergetically cultivated supposition to imagine the equanimity model as the consciously coordinated replacement for justice, Without the equanimity model in mind's generalized conception in fields of thought, humans seem never to permit their potential consciously coordinated mentality to employ the package word universe. Until next time, thank you from Christina Herlofson.